It's been a couple days, I think. Oh, hold on, let me. For some reason, everything is reversed. So, chat was at underneath the stream control panel, which I gotta fix. I got dual to 100 off stream because I didn't want to. I don't want to stream the day I did it. Jeez, man. Maybe this isn't as good as a warm-up as I thought. So I could just do this, like... Let's be honest. I've got no reason to go for TS2, like ever. It's a horrible level, and also it happens to be not top 1 anymore. And even if somehow society gets put beneath it, which it won't, because everyone says it's top 1, it's clearly top 1, look at it. But, even if Grieve is gonna get verified within the next month, I wouldn't put money on it, but I would probably put like something on it. I'd put like $5 on Donkey verifying Grief this month, but I'm not gonna. But like, I would. Not this month. It's within the month, so before. I'll just say before the end of July, Grief is gonna be verified. Probably sooner. Come on, man. Yeah, I haven't played, or I didn't play yesterday, so my muscle memory is gonna be slightly off. Or completely off, I guess. I don't think I've ever died there in the past, like, while. I'm curious though. How many records, or how many more extreme demons will I have beaten before the all-rated extreme demon list accepts my Cataclysm record? I'm putting... I could check on it right now and then give it. Give a rough estimate. Because I didn't submit the record the day, because I didn't think there was a reason to, but I guess, you know, there kind of is still. Shame. But I think I submitted the record on June 7th. And actually I might check right now, just because I'm curious. So yeah, I submitted it on June 7th. And it is currently 22,089 in the queue. So, and it was 24,000. So they got through. They got through. How many? What am I talking about? I got through 2,000 in however many days. I don't know the date off the top of my head. And my phone's not on me. It is the 22nd. $15. 15 days, 2,000 records. It'll take them a while, that's for sure. I mean, you've got six, 60. We'll just give it like we'll be generous and say 150 in a day. Which, that's very generous. That's actually probably dumb to say. We'll say one. No, hold on. I actually gotta think. Yeah. That's actually a reasonable number. 150 in a day total. So we'll say... Yeah. Unless they lock in one day. Or 1 week. Okay, what am I doing? Whoa. That was a weird black speck. No, but, it would take like 6 months. And we're gonna be realistic, say it takes me a month to beat this, plus 2 weeks of focus, 2-3 weeks of focusing on defeated circles. Plus, we'll say, so I'll say a month and a half to beat this. That sounds reasonable. Maybe less, or more. Maybe 2. And then we'll say it takes me a month to beat Bloodbath. Let's be honest, it'll probably be slightly less. It's a bit closer to my place, or my skill set than this. And it's an easier level. Alright, right. Finally. This is what I get for taking a single day break because of a headache. Unfortunately, I have to optimize my play thing because at least I did that. Alright, so anyways, let's get back to calculating. We'll say it takes me a month to beat Bloodbath, and then I'm at school, so things are going to slow down after that because it'll be July. It'll be, by the end of that, it'll be like September. Plus the 2 weeks of defeated circles again, because I'm doing that every time. Then you've got whatever's next. We might do something between Bloodbath and whatever's next, which we're not. I'm gonna spoil because no one's even here. It doesn't even matter. But basically, we'll assume it takes a month and maybe a little bit more to beat levels because I'm gonna go a bit slower in progression. I say a bit slower, it's still going to be constant progression, and I doubt with any. The hope is that every level is a new hardest, just because after but it'll be like a little bit a new hardest, and then my hope is that I do what I did early on and progress way faster. Basically, my hope is that I get better faster and the levels get harder. Especially if I decide, like, well, what am I saying? The hope is that I get better at faster than the levels get harder. Similar to how when I progressed early on, I went at a reasonable pace. Or the normal, like, complete this many easy demons, and then this many medium demons. And that was boring, because I got better faster than the progression. Yeah. But I got better than the levels got harder. Because I was following the progression list, and I guess the GDDP, I was following that, or vaguely, but then I got better, faster than I said it would, so I decided to progress faster. And then I decided to play Defeated Circles, because I thought it was cool. And then my skill set became very unconventional, because I am not I'm not consistent enough, but I'm precise enough to beat hard levels. Like, I ended up being, instead of wave carried, like, I am wave carried, but I'm more timings carried than I am wave carried. Because, well, I guess the best example would be Defeated Circles. I have the entire pre-drop, which is supposed to be the hardest part. Doesn't feel like the hardest part. I mean, because it feels less hard because there's less clicks. Even if the clicks are apparently harder, there's more clicks for me to mess up in the wave, so I mess up more. Even if the clicks are less tight, then and actually significant. Like, there are a lot of 120s in the pre-drop. Or, I guess, 2 frames. There's a lot of 2 frames in the pre-drop. I think there's like 4. Oh, wait. What? That's the problem, I think. That should help. It did help. Alright, good. I guess. I was also looking at Heliopolis, and, like, obviously it's a really hard level. But, like, I got 3 to 7%. Like, not that long. I think it took me like an hour maybe, which pretty long time I guess, but also it's a top 1 or an upcoming top 1 that like Zoink is struggling on, and my hardest is Cataclysm. So being able to get a 4% run on that, on the hard part, it was 3 to 7, I think I said that already. But that's still pretty decent, I would say. I'm probably gonna just do like I'm gonna become a run merchant simply for the content, because people like runs of things, so I might just do like sections I want to do in really hard levels. Just like for fun. Like, I think, obviously, I'm not gonna fully become a run merchant like Doobs. Like, is that how you pronounce it? But like, oh, that sounded kind of like But this sounded kind of like I don't like him. He's fine. I mean, I don't really watch any of his stuff, but like, obviously, what he does is impressive. It's just he doesn't do many. Well, obviously, he does some, but he doesn't do many completions. I think it was. I don't know if he beat it yet, but obviously he's going Crashly Wave Trials. But he's also like. Well, runs on Eternus, that's a different story because that's Eternus. I clicked that one really late for whatever reason. Obviously, Dupes isn't like he's obviously a good player. He's way better than I am, but I feel like runs on really hard levels don't do as much as just full completions. So I'm not saying I'm basically saying I'm not gonna become a run merchant because one, I don't wanna. I just want to occasionally do runs on hard levels because they make for good shorts, and I want to occasionally try something like I want to get better at learning levels. So the best way to do that is learn levels that are too difficult to make learning easier levels feel easier. I like to think of it as the equivalent of running with a weighted backpack on. Or weighted vest, I guess, would be the, you know. But it's like learning a small section of society or grief when that eventually gets verified. Or even like other levels that are already verified, just not top ones. Just sections I find interesting. But like, they make for good shorts. One, they can't really hurt if I'm bored or want to play like a little bit of Heliopolis. That just makes me better at timings. Come on, man. But like, doing a small run of a really difficult level, not like jumping to it. Obviously, jumping is dumb. I'm not jumping, I'm semi-jumping. Trademark. Not really, I can't do that. I could, but probably not actually. But like, I'm gonna try going for 37 to 100 just cause. But, like, especially stuff like timings. Like, working on difficult timings makes you better at difficult timings. Who would have thought? I don't need to worry about wave. I am fine on learning, on being. Like, I have more than enough difficult wave to practice. But, like, other things, I think it's a good idea to just off-stream clip farm. Make a short of an actual thing you did. Keep the content flowing. The spice must flow. But it's like, you know, I'm doing this thing. Might as well take... Okay. Like, I'm doing this difficult run for no particular reason. I might as well press F8 or just be recording it and get free short. Like, maybe like 7% on Heliopolis gets me a bunch of views or something, because I'm planning on doing that as just a thing on the side when I'm bored until I get it, which, you know, I'm just gonna do that. I'm basically, it's better, it's me doing hard runs for no reason is better, or like, not hard runs, but short runs of hard levels. Even, well, like short runs of hard levels, I don't plan on beating either ever or anytime soon for shorts. I mean, might as well. It's helpful for content. It's not like I could clip farm to get views, nor do I want to. I don't want to get recognized because I did something stupid. I want to get recognized because I'm good at the game. So I gotta become better at the game to get recognized. Like, I have nothing against the over-the-top, like, personality first streamers. Like, obviously that's better for content. But that's not me. I'm not gonna go jumping at the camera or whatever. Because, like, I don't want to make a fool out of myself just for the number to go up. I'd much rather just play the game, talk at just talk at myself, and then the views to come. Like, that matters more to me. Because there's two ways to get recognized in the community with, like, actual, like, loyal viewers, and that's to be entertaining or to be really good. I mean, obviously I don't think I'm boring, but I'm not an entertainer. If I wanted to do that, I'd just, like, if I wanted to do entertainment stuff, I would do music. I'd just do, like, viola cover or learn piano and do that. Which might be something I do. I might decide to make like GD, like, you know those videos where people like have a bunch of spliced videos of themselves playing different instruments or stuff like that. Something like that for GD songs might be interesting. Like, I obviously don't know how to play every instrument, but like, I could do, well, maybe not Thinking Phase 2, because I don't know piano yet, and that's very piano heavy. But I could do like something like that, or GD songs with me playing everything, or most things. I actually don't have a violin, so TS2 might not be a good idea. But like an octave lower for viola. Or I could borrow a violin from the school. Like, or out, or... Come on, man. Oh, shame. I'd say one more decent attempt, and then we'll play from I might play from 20 a bit because I need to practice the shit because I am dying there so much. But like, can't be much. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna... so weird. Like, it's either really easy or really hard, no in between. Yeah, whatever. All right. Like, I think, back to the, I think doing short runs of difficult levels that I can just learn on the side won't, like, harm me, so might as well do it for the views. Come on. That's a shame. don't like. I guess I could talk more when I'm working on the second half because that's a breeze compared to this. You can't really talk while doing anything that requires effort. Honestly. Okay, that was some. But the first 26% of the level, it's like 50% of the difficulty. This level is absurdly first half carried. It's almost as bad as, or it's about as bad as Cataclysm in unbalancedness, but maybe a little bit less, but like still. But the gameplay is more fun, except for those wave. Cataclysm is not a good level to jump to. Jump from, still no. But it's less of a jump because of my progress in other levels. Alright, that's happened before from 0. Alright. Oh, yeah, I think I got I got 34 to or 33 to 40 on defeated circles, which isn't any reduction in the run count. But it's like, you know, it's still nice. Now I gotta rest a little bit. I'm gonna grab my phone, which is charging, I think. Oh, I probably should start recording so I don't accidentally miss the fluke from 28 that's about to happen. Because that's definitely happening, and I'm not just hopeful. Ah, I got an extra Discord notification, I think. What the heck? That should be good. Let's play from 0. Maybe I can finally get past 28%. Come on, man. Oh, I hate that death. Because I think my click pattern is like a frame away from dying on that. Or like very close. I think I was looking at it earlier and okay. Come on, man. Yeah, because both wave sections are the same percentage of the level as so Cataclysm and this one. They're both 8% of the level. I'd I'd say this one is slightly harder than Cataclysm Wave because there's like timings are way more awkward, and it's like twice the length. But the individual timings of the Cataclysm Wave are more tight. But it's I'd rather timings be difficult than like awkward. Come on, I don't like that. That's the second time I've died to a stupid reason. Man. Let's drink water properly, shall we? Man. This is happening yesterday. It's so annoying. I mean, the first side of the level is like literal doo-doo water, and then the second half is genuinely like peak. So I'd give it 6 out of 10 because it's a little bit more than half of it, and also the second half of the level is some of the best gameplay that has ever graced this planet. Not really, but like, it's good. But like, I'd say second half, some of the best gameplay I've had, other than Defeated Circles, because that's genuine peak. The gameplay has to be good for me to have put so many attempts into it with very slow progress. heck was that? What? Okay. Sometimes this, or sometimes while playing from zero, gotta stop picking levels that are so beginning carried. But I guess all the good levels are, for whatever reason. What? Twitter finally did something good? That's clickbait, that's not real. Oh, man. Alright. That's enough of a break. It's like... Can I stop doing that? Like, why does that even happen? Let me lock in. Okay. Or just not look at the screen. Come on. One of these days, I'm gonna actually get past this wave consistently. Or fluke the entire level and never have to play the wave again. And not play Edge of Destiny until it gets off the extended list. Because pretty sure that's just this level, but more unbalanced and less optimized. We love 2 frames per second on low detail mode. And then ultra low detail mode was looking bad. That's what I love to see. Which is why I won't be playing it, even though it's a showcase level, not an actual playing level. I'd rather learn a 2-player level than be it like all the old, like old. I say old. This level's old. But like, okay. But like the older levels that were super buffed and like redecorated are all kind of buns. Obviously there's Edge of Destiny, which I think is like super unbalanced, and also the buffs kind of suck. Because it's like, there's a big difference than gameplay that's fundamentally harder, or just buffed gameplay. It's like, you know, it's kind of hard to describe, but like, I don't know, but I know there is a difference even if I haven't like played super buffed levels. I just know there is because everyone like says it. It's like the structuring is designed to be difficult for the newer levels that were made that weren't meant to raise the skill ceiling. They were just built when the skill ceiling was already raised. Like, I'd like to say, like, the best comparison would be comparing Defeated Circles and Slaughterhouse, because one was made to push the skill ceiling, and one was made underneath it, but it's at the same level. Like Slaughterhouse, it's a good top 1, not a good level. Like, it looks good, but, like, it looks horrible to play. The gameplay looks horrible. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's actually fun. Actually, I haven't played it. But also, like, top players actually like Defeated Circles when they play it. This isn't actually, like, it was made before the skill ceiling. Obviously, there's some issues with, you know, Zoink buffing it too. Buffing it way too much, but, you know, that's Zoink. Obviously, I'd prefer to play the level at top 50 level because I would have beaten it. Probably not, but, you know, would have taken a whole lot less time. But what are you gonna expect to Zoink verification? Anything Zoink verification, assume it's gonna jump up at least, like, take the number that it was meant to be when it was first made, cut it in half. That's the placement by the end. At least for non-top ones. Obviously, top ones are going to stay top 1. But they're going to be top ones, but the gameplay is slightly worse because he buffed it more. Actually, now that I think about it, that's actually a pretty good rule. Maybe buff or half. Maybe might be 2.5. Like divide it by 2.5. Because Defeated Circles, meant to be top 50, got turned into a top 17 when it was first released. Or rated, I guess. I think it would have been higher if it was screwed over by Rob Top. Originally meant to be... Oh, TS2. Originally meant to be top 5, I think. Or I think originally top 20. But then, it was buffed to top 5. And then buffed more to top 1. It was buffed to top 5 by somebody else. And then Zoink buffed it to top 1. Or, let's be honest, if he didn't struggle so much at the ending, it'd probably be lower, but he has influence. So we're gonna say 2 or 1, but you get the idea. Anything he plays or verifies, except for like Slam, I think the name is. Anything else, take what it was originally, divide it by like 2 or 3, then you get the actual placement. Okay. Imagine that, but like from zero. That's what's gonna happen. All right, yeah. Let's just. This beginning is level so unbalanced. Right. Yeah. That's funny. Oh, it's that guy. That comedian guy who does comedian things. Alright, so that's a new best run in general, and not from zero. I'm actually gonna start editing the title mid. Hold on, let's actually get to the correct spot. Like midstream, like most people do, because that's a bit easier to tell. Hold on. Let me go to the correct tab. Edit. 20 to 66 is now 12 to 75. 12 to 75. See, that's a good representation of what happens when I'll pass 28. Actually got better at nerve control. Like that was a 60+% run. And then I actually passed the like ship, and then I got it's a 60+% run, and I didn't feel nerves until like midway through the thing, and it wasn't even that much. It's like a microdose of adrenaline. Somebody must have seen. What? Oh no, there's one person like 5-10 minutes ago who watched for a little bit. Alright, let me lock in for a second. Okay. What is this junk? Of course I died there. I hate that spike. That's like the one issue. It's just these two. It's 12 to 26. It's like at this point, it's the only really difficult part of the level. At this point, I'm gonna have the level in 2 runs before I get past 28. I might actually fluke it to 100 because I'm just gonna get so much better at the entire level that by the time I get past this stupid, like, beginning, it's over. This makes me not want to play Black Blizzard more and more, because Black Blizzard is this, but, like, worse. I think it's one of the most unbalanced, like, non-super difficult levels. Like, I think Thinking Space, the original, is bad, obviously, and it's balancing. But, I think Black Blizzard is one of the most unbalanced, like, extremes. It's up there. It's gotta be up there. It has to be. Like, everyone's always on about the beginning being so hard, the pre-drop being absurd, and then the rest of the level is not free, but like... Why? Why? Like, I have the level in 3 runs, and 2 of the runs are 50 plus, like, percent. What the heck was that? I just got launched. Alright. I'm zen. I'm chill. Even if I was mad, which I'm not, I'm as cool as a cucumber right now. But even if I was, I couldn't be mad because it's 1 in the morning. I can't be loud. Which I'm not. I'm not mad. I am level-headed and not angry at this level. I'm having such a fun time playing an unbalanced first half heavy level again. Still. Actually, I might want to actually do some, like, looking ahead. I didn't realize this level is so front half heavy before going into it. I learned it later on. I knew that would happen. I knew I would be misaligned. But I got a new best, so that's what matters. Hold on. Can I edit this one again? Where do I go to edit it easily? I can't. No. Another situation. Oh. Oh, it's just the fact that I get admitted to pre-practicing. Boring. Get this Twitter slop out of here. Like, people are overreacting. Like, yes, obviously he shouldn't have done that. But whatever. Like, you expect teenagers and young adults to make wise decisions ever? I think that's just wishful thinking. I think that is on you for expecting teenagers who are under a significant amount of pressure by the community to make rational and smart decisions. Why would you expect that? No excuse, but it's to be expected. Alright. Now we're going to fluke the entire level from 31, because I will be correctly aligned this time. I'll be correctly aligned when I get there today. Alright. You know what? I don't even care. I'm not sure if I'm going to start doing, like, actual, like, stream highlight content. I know I will do one for Defeated Circles, but I don't know if that's going to be the first. Alright. Well, let's just do that. Alright. You know what I should do? I should be smart with my methods. My phone's charged, I can just have the stream running. That seems to be the method. I get more views when I'm in the thing by myself, you know? It's the method, so I'm going to continue to method. Like, I gotta take any scrap I can get right now. Until I... Like, let's say, for example, it's just kind of a prediction. Let's say when I get Defeated Circles in 3 runs, which I think will take, like, we'll say 4 cycles. Maybe more, maybe less. Which is like, I don't know. I gotta find it. I feel like cycles is a good terminology because I'm cycling between that and regular progression. It's like back and forth, you know? But I think once I get it in 3 runs, we'll say, I might, it's possible, like, depends on how lucky I am, if it actually gets traction. And then I get called the underrated something player, probably, because I'm not actually popular enough to get something like the other ones. But let's say I am the underrated player Chromix, who did 3 runs of Defeated Circles, but his hardest is whatever it is at the time. Then, basically, if I get a decent run or runs of Defeated Circles, and Secret Way makes a short about it, and then all the other channels copy Secret Way. But basically, once I do that, or if that happens, It's either, honestly, I'd say either 3 runs or beating the level, which that'll take a lot longer. I think it'll take a while. I don't know how long. I have no idea how to predict that. Don't even think I could. Oh, come on. But if I'm correct in my assumption with my plan, what'll happen is that I get better at the game from my linear progression, and that lets me get better at playing defeated circles in each cycle. So my progression goes faster, meaning I get more consistent at doing harder clicks, meaning I get better. So it's like pulling each other like like 2 magnets attracting. I don't know, that's not a good analogy. But like, I guess snowballing isn't, you know, I guess like, I don't know. Basically, I get better at the game overall from linear progression on this. I wouldn't say it's on the side. I feel like defeated circles would be more on the side. Until I think as I get closer to beating it, the cycles will get longer. Like more emphasis on defeated circles, because otherwise I'd be kind of screwing myself over. Hold on. Oh, never mind. But once I get better overall, progress will accelerate. So I think it's going to be very slow the first couple cycles, but once I start getting more consistent in general, more raw skill rather than click pattern carried, because I am just click pattern carried, I am just good at learning click patterns. I'm not actually good at the game, I'm just muscle memory carried. Which is a lot of the game. It is important. But it's not everything. It means it takes a lot longer to beat levels. Honestly, I'd say my raw skill is not very good at all. But that's how I've been with a lot of things. I just get good at learning rather than the actual thing. It happened with my instrument. Like, I am horrible at sight reading music. But I can learn and like actually do the things. It just takes a bit longer and stuff like that. And the same thing for GD. I can learn really difficult stuff, but I'm not consistent and it takes me a long time to do it. But I have the capability of learning difficult click patterns. I honestly think most of my, like, it'll take me more time. Like, I don't think I'll ever be able to catch my skill up with my learning. Unless I can fully optimize, I feel like isn't a good word, but it's the best word I can think of. But if I can fully optimize progression for skill in general, which Come on. Can I stop dying to that spike? But once I'm optimized, or not when I'm optimized, obviously. When I reach my skill level to my learning level, I think I'd be a pretty, like, quite the force to be reckoned with. Maybe not. Maybe that's just ego. It probably is. It's probably Dunning-Kruger plus ego. Or not even ego. Like, just overambition plus Dunning-Kruger. But I'd like to think I know a bit more, because I've played top levels just briefly. I know what I'm getting myself into. I just don't know how difficult it's going to be to get to an acceptable level of consistency. You know, we'll see when we get there, or if we get there. Maybe I get bored of the game. Probably not, though. If I was, I would have been by now. I've played this game a lot longer at a time than I have any other game. There's one exception. That was Terraria. But that's kind of cheating, because I first got bored of vanilla, and then I played mods, and then I got bored of that. Come on, man. I might look at the wave and the ship again, and then take a rest. One more wave attempt, and then I'm gonna do it a couple times from the wave. And then I'm going to do the ship a bit. Then I'm gonna take a break for a minute or two to let my finger recharge, I guess. You know what would be smart? Instead of using my main account to do that, let's use my alt. Let's just have my alt account running in the background, so then it looks real. Or, even better, not the one that's tied to my actual YouTube channel. Actually, I don't even think I can. Oh, hold on, watch this, ready? Never mind. I have to use this one. Hopefully it does something. Alright. Alright. I really should have started stream earlier so I could play for long without going too late. But I got distracted. I really should have streamed. Oh, come on, I shouldn't have started talking. But I really should have streamed earlier in the day. Oh, I guess that'll work. Just turn off my phone. Why is it doing that? I can't do that. I'm not letting you do that. I must have accidentally pressed it. Technically, it's not view button. Doesn't even matter because it's just me, one viewer. I was just hoping that using the impression click-through plus long-term, like, watching would be enough to get more impressions. I mean, if the algorithm is designed to keep people on it for more ad revenue, which, spoilers, it is, I might as well abuse anything I can. Doubt it'll work. Come on. And maybe if I'm, like, lucky and smart enough with the algorithm. Because I feel like the issue is the content part is very low on my list of priorities. Ah. Oh, let's just keep dying to this. That should be good enough. Hopefully I get something decent as a run. I can do that. Interesting. Does that do anything? Don't think it matters. It's like one of those one frame videos. Why is that there? Look at all this. I find it strange how my alt account is my old account. No, it's not even an alt account. It's technically the same account. It's just different like pages on it. It's not even an account really. It's a create a channel to join chat. But the feed it's similar, but it's slightly different because it's I used it at a different time. I think there was a time when I was using the YouTube on Safari because it deleted the app, thinking it would actually get me off. But nah, it didn't do a thing. Okay. Alright. I gotta come up with, like, I gotta figure out how to decorate because I have ideas. I have so many ideas. Or I have a couple ideas. Like, two whole, three ideas for levels. Not really that many, even. I have concepts of ideas. Concepts of plans for levels. Not even plans, just ideas. Like, I'm working on Permafrost, which is a flow level that's ice themed. But I say working on, it's occasionally adding a couple obstacles that are not like that I keep changing my mind on because either the gameplay is buns or it's super unbalanced. But it's probably going to end up being closer to a mid-tier extreme, or an intermediate extreme. That's a better name for it. I found a word. But because I want to verify my levels, all of them. So if I make a top level, I have to be able to know I can beat it before I start it. And I don't want to completely, like... I want the gameplay to be not nerfed or buffed, but, like, fundamentally the correct, like, thing. So there's a couple clicks that I know I'm going to have to nerf already. Because I originally was thinking, like, a top level, but then I realized I want to verify it, and also... that one robot click is a 2-frame. Can't be having that. So did my phone turn off? What the heck? Doesn't even count as a viewer. I have to use myself as a viewer. I even like my own video. You know, anything that helps, or anything the algorithm can do, just is useful. Like, obviously, I don't have to. Why did I pause in the middle of an attempt? But there's like a clear line in my gameplay from when I stop talking, and it's like I actually pass parts. I might, if I actually end up getting viewers, I might do like a occasional 10-minute lock-in where I just shut up and lock in. And I have a little timer on the screen by my hand cam that I'm planning on getting in, like, soon. Also, gotta figure out how, I gotta be, before I use my hand cam on stream, I'm gonna have to, like, finagle it to work properly so I don't accidentally show my face and still have a good angle to click. Because, like, the way I click, unfortunately, kind of screws over any good hand cam. Also, my desk wouldn't work like that because, like, I could do what Zoink did before face revealing and have it, like, I can't do actually. That's the problem. Is that what he did? I think is he had it on top of his monitor, looking down, which what doesn't work because, or I think it doesn't work because either it'll probably show my face in some way, or it's a bad angle because I have my keyboard like near the end of the desk rather than like far onto it like Zoink did. So I can't do that angle. I don't want to do anything pointing directly at me because I just don't want to accidentally face reveal because I want to remain faceless for a... Like, I have no reason to face reveal. It's not like I have an audience. So I can remain anonymous as best I can on the internet. Until I have a reason to. Like, if I ever reach 100k subs, I'd probably face reveal at 100k. But, again, it's probably not going to happen. I'm probably going to remain unknown. But, like, for leaderboard staff, they say it's recommended to have a hand. Or for the leaderboards, hand cam is better. Of course. But hand cam is better, I think, because makes it easier to verify. Like, it's not like required, but they just think it's easier. Unless I decide to do 2-player levels, then it is required. Which is a big if. I would only do it if I learned piano first. There we go. That's a acceptable number. I will take that. That is acceptable. It's not as much of a fluke as I hoped, but it's still a progress fluke, kinda. Not really. It's more past the mind block. Nice. Also, that's the reason why I have to do this, because edit, we have 43. 43. Save. Nice. Huh, look at that. My hope is to get the level in 2 runs today, which... possible. I'd have to get either another new best from 0 or 36 to 100, which... honestly is possible. I might do that for a little bit. Because sometimes playing from 0 makes me Nope. I actually really love playing from 0. It's why I'm taking a break from it, just so it feels more fun when I play it. Playing from here doesn't make me like want to I don't know. Think of a funny joke, and then imagine I said that, and then like laugh in the comments or laugh in chat because I said something funny. Do that. All right, or not. Let's just lock in for a second. All right. Oh, there we go. All right. I guess. I'm out of the... It's a good drink. I have to drink boring old water. Not really. I just like to have the occasional sparkling drink. I guess that sounds really suspicious. Sparkling ice, or technically the off-brand. Also, I wouldn't play, even if I was like dumb and drinking at 16 while live, which I'm not dumb and not doing that. First of all, I wouldn't do that because it would make me bad at GD. Well, not even, that's second of all. That's second of all. First of all, I wouldn't do that because I'm not stupid and it's illegal. Second of all, it'd make me worse at GD. So I'm not going to do that. Come on. Yeah, let's just run right into the wall. I think the more frustrating thing... Hold on, let me pause and explain my frustrations, kind of. I think the more frustrating thing is since I know I am capable of harder things, but I'm not consistent enough for it to matter, is that it feels like I'm worse than I actually am. Because, like, the gameplay itself here feels easier than what I've done, but also I'm not consistent or good enough to do it, even if it feels like I am. Because I also put a lot of attempts into it, so that's the difference, is that Obviously, if I put in a bunch of attempts in defeated circles, which I have, it's gonna feel like I'm gonna do decent, and it's gonna feel like I should do better in other things. But it's just because I'm click pattern carried. Anyways, let me. All right. All right. Let's just die to that. Oh, what am I doing? All right. Okay. Hold up. Well, I think I am going to fluke the entire, not the entire level, but like I think I'm gonna fluke like to the ending. So like I think I'm gonna go 43 to 95, and I'm gonna die there, and then because I will never fluke a level from zero, or like another fluke. Now I can do progress flukes. I've done that, but I'll never do like actual level fluking. I died to 9 circles ending a bunch. I'd have to check. I don't have Death Tracker never. I didn't have Death Tracker back then. I could check actually. I'll do that after. I guess we're doing that now. 9 circles. Let's actually. Yeah, it just shows all the new bests. That's kind of annoying. But I mean, I went from 75 to 94, and then I died there like 6 times. So I got 4,000 plus runs. Oh, that's okay. Let's just open the wrong app now. Now I have metal open, which I don't even need. I record the full runs. Future Funk is different though, because I also didn't have death trackers. I haven't. Nope, none saved. I'd have to come through a bunch of footage and memory. You know what? Let's just play Forest Temple, because I'm kind of wanting to do something random. Nah, I don't like this level. Let's play through. I'm not gonna do too many attempts. I think I tried getting 13%, and it took me a long time because this was in like the 9 circles era. So it took me like 2,000 attempts to get 13 because it was before then. I think it was a while ago. What are we doing? What are we doing? What is our random level? I'm going to play for like 5 minutes. Alright, let's do like 2 attempts of Eon. I did a practice run. It took me it took me like an hour. I wonder why. This level is something. Let's see how far I can get. I don't remember much. I'm gonna try to alt spam at certain sections. Nah, that's yeah. You can't jump over that, I don't think. That block is annoying. I know that one for sure. That's dumb. Can I get a new best? Oh no! I don't like that. That's annoying. This game, this level. All right, that's enough. That's 8. Yeah, I'm saving Eon for a bet, basically. Basically, I know that nobody wants to do Eon, so if I'm ever, like, if I ever become, like, a top player or get, like, recognition on YouTube, then if I do a collab with somebody else, it'll be like, you know, one of those videos where you go against each other. But then I'll suggest that the loser has to beat Eon because nobody wants to do that, so it gives incentive. It makes the video interesting. And also, Eon's a cool level, but like, I wouldn't want to play it. I just like the song. Like, I'd have to go to the... I'd have to go to the copy, but like that one section at like 26. I'm not gonna go there because I haven't learned the level, obviously. But like that one section at 26 is I want to learn that second thing on piano when I learn piano in the future. I have to do it. Now I have to find it. Eon start. Okay, I really don't like this keyboard for actually typing. Okay. Because this keyboard's good for actual gaming. It's a pain to type with. But now I gotta find the section, which takes like 2 minutes. It's not this. Ah, here we are. This one. Gameplay is not the best. I mean, doesn't matter. It's got aura. This section, I want to learn this part on piano, or at least like an arrangement. But yeah, I mean, it's just clicking on the beat. I don't. That's part something else. Now I gotta do this. Now I have to do this. Hopefully it's not uber copyrighted. Society. I mean, huh? Come on. No, we're just gonna... Oh, hold on. Now I have to start from here. Like, I can't imagine actually playing this level. Like, it sounds like it'd be horrible and would probably, if you don't take breaks, would probably like actually kill somebody because nerves. I think that one you can actually hold in. Nah, I don't know why I'm doing that. Oh no, that's perfect actually. Nah, I don't know why I'm doing all that. No, that doesn't work. You have to line yourself up right. Now I gotta do this whole thing because I'm in the rabbit hole. Yeah, no, you just gotta line yourself up. What the heck? Okay. That was weird. I think that one's just like... Okay. We'll say like 2 attempts because they take forever. That's like 8-star game. I don't know. I'm bad at judging difficulty. I'm probably... that's annoying. I didn't even look at it, but whatever. Basically, in summary, oh wait, isn't this like? Hold on, I have to do. This is like 10 minutes into the level. Yeah, this level is. I'm not gonna play it probably ever, or at least not like actually try to beat it because why would you? That you don't get much out of it. It's not exactly difficult. It's not difficult. It's just like obviously a grain of sand isn't heavy, but you're not gonna lift the entire desert. Actually, that's a good analogy. I like that. All right. All right. So we're holding now. Oh, I gotta remember. I actually have to sleep and okay. We'll play from 20. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna rest up. I'm going to. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. And honestly, I want a quality YouTube feed. My YouTube feed is not good. Well, 5,000 people have a rated level. There's no way. There's no way that's real. That's clickbait. It's definitely clickbait. We're watching this video at 0 volume. Huh. So how many people have beaten Stereo Menace, apparently? Huh. Ain't that something? I don't think I have 100 stars on this account. Now I have to check. Oh, I do. Of course I do. I have more than 10 demons. I'm a little... Alright. No, but, my profile is going to end up probably looking worse than Zoink's. Like, 0 insane demons, and it's going to stay that way. 7 easy demons. I'm going to eventually have more... Well, I'm going to have more extremes, because I only care about extremes. But, like, this is already cooked, and it's going to get so much worse. My progression is absurdly bad. Do not do what I did. I'm doing better ideas than what Zoink did, and like, it's still bad. Oh, hello. Anyways, I'm gonna actually play the game now. Sour Basket. Is that the name? I gotta actually look at the... Yeah. I honestly made a lot of progress today. I went from being stuck at 28 to getting 2 new bests. One of them was 31, where I was misaligned at the duel. And then... Oh, would I consider getting 43 a progress fluke? Or was it just getting past the mind block of 28? Oh, why did I get the bug? Yeah, it was definitely the mind block, though. Yeah. I mistimed it because I was nervous. So it was not a progress fluke because it was a mind block. So now I have the level in 2 runs, I guess. It's pretty neat. Change the title again. Let's what? Let's click the right button. Boom, 56. That could have been good. I could have fluked the entire level. That would have been pretty neat, I guess. See, I'm so momentum varied. It's like cheese. All right, let's do that. adrenaline crash. I can't be having that. I should pause at... I always forget that I rebinded the or added a pause bind. Alright, let's lock in. We're past the mind block, finally. Alright, and I guess not. Immediately dies. That's how it be sometimes. Sour basket. I think I recognize that guy. I think I recognize that name somewhere. I might be completely like maybe it was on a short. No, I remember those ones kind of. I have no idea. Just maybe I think I saw them on a doggy stream when I popped in for a little bit. Everyone wants to be there, but you know, I don't really sit and watch streams often. I watch Society more than any other stream, because I like that level. But I guess I can't play it, otherwise my channel gets removed off the face of the earth, apparently. Or because I kind of am not good enough to play Society. It's another reason, I guess. Alright. Can't expect to win them all. Alright. Alright, I'm hoping for one more new best. Probably not, though. Because I don't want to play too long. I'll stop in 15 minutes. I say stop. I'll switch over to the other thing. Last time I did a practice run of it, I got stuck at one of the start positions for way too long. If that happens again, it's only one practice run. The issue was my muscle memory got kind of screwed up for whatever reason. Okay, I don't like when that happens. But I think what happened was my muscle memory, I started clicking too early, so I just couldn't, like, and it took me way too long, not a lot, just a mild amount of frustration to refix it. It's also late, so that might explain it. It's also late now. Alright. Yeah. I gotta figure out how to mute Steam. That's kind of a distracting little corner thing. You can't see it because it's not the full screen that's being streamed. Alright, let's just do that, I guess. Actually, this stream, now that I think about it, it's probably been one of the best, like, because for progress both in the actual level, obviously, I went from 3. Between streams, I went from 4 to 2 runs. Because I got one of the runs off stream. Okay, that's good enough. Now let me... I gotta figure out, I think that's a software thing, not a mod thing, but I gotta figure out how to make it so that and my alternating key, which is number pad enter for whatever reason, because I have a full size, because I'm left-handed, but I gotta make it so enter is space, and then, because then they don't cancel out, because that's a thing that happens, apparently. Oh, that's a shame. Can't expect to release only bangers. Unless you're Akita. well, my eye started hurting like I got soap in it or something, which I did, but that was like 2 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago. Sleep Buff's about to go crazy though, that's for sure. Because I'll be streaming not late today. Or no, I might, depends on timing. If I accidentally sleep in too late, then it's cooked. Because I gotta practice viola during the daytime. Because I can't just like play in the night. But I can stream. It's not like I'm loud while I'm streaming. My sleep schedule's already cooked. I might as well cook it for some GD. Although I'm going to spend all of August making sure it's not cooked for... August will be fixing my sleep schedule so I'm not screwed for school like I was last year. Because I was not good about being on time. Because I would sleep in too late. Luckily I didn't. I only had orchestra first period, so didn't affect my grades. But I definitely should. Sermon's gonna be harder during this school year. I'm gonna have to lock in on much more strict scheduling, so I practice and do homework before dinner, and then when I actually, because when I actually hold on. Because when what was I saying? Hold on, it's a little late. But when because I gotta do homework before. Okay, let's rewind. When I do it, I gotta make sure to practice and do homework beforehand, because then I can stay in the flow of school and not be distracted, and stream later in the day, so like right before bed, because then I get the best muscle memory, and people are on the Wi. The issue is right before everyone in the house goes to bed is when everyone's on the Wi-Fi. But I can't wait till everyone goes to bed like I do during the summer, because then I am sleeping too late and getting 4 hours of sleep, which isn't good for anything. I can stay up late and get 8+ hours during the summer because I don't have anywhere to be except work, and I can just... That doesn't... I mean, obviously I can't be late, but it can be... But it's not as early. Oh, my bad. I just said job. I didn't say job. Now I said job. That scares some people. Apparently. That's a stupid joke. That's been overused a while. It's true though. Most people are chronically unemployed in most gaming communities. Alright. Don't think I'm getting a new best, but that's fine. I've already gotten a new best 3 times, and I am up 30%. Definitely a progress fluke. No, it wasn't. It was past the mind block, and now I'm just tired. Okay. One more wave attempt, then practice run of different level. Then I'm probably only going to do one even if it's quick, because I don't want to stay up too terribly late. But we'll see. Okay. Nope. No new bests for today. First of all, how did I die to this wave? This wave is genuinely free. How am I still dying? That was dumb because I looked up away from my screen. Anyways, there's that, I guess. Anyways, time for something close to 1,000 times more difficult, I would say. Probably not really, but yeah, probably. Let's be generous. Like, not really 100. I'd have to say maybe 100, maybe 100 times harder. It's kind of hard to quantify this. That was actually pretty decent. Not. I mean, it was pretty decent. Still can't believe I just randomly got 12 to 75. Which, like, I guess it's in the thing, but not any. It won't be in any more streams because I have it in 2 runs. Not this level, obviously. I don't have this level in 2 runs. I think it's in 9 or 10. Which I would say is not bad for. I mean, it might be. Yeah, 2.5 months of not actually trying to get runs, just practice runs and learning the level. Plus, 3 months. We'll say 3 months because it was like mid-March. Yeah, so 3 months of doing that, and my hardest at the time being Future Funk. It's now Cataclysm because I beat that. But I'd say 9 runs is not horrible. I mean, yeah, this is what I was describing. Like, the clicks here individually are less difficult, but there's so many more clicks, so I fail a lot more. Like, I'm not wave carried, I'm timing carried. I'm click pattern carried, thus making me timings carried also, I think. Honestly, it would make sense for me not to get many viewers until I start actually having progress. And as you can see, I am very momentum carried. Actually, it was pretty linear. I just stuck it on my black from 0. Come on. Which I can't, obviously I can't talk about the linear progression level while I'm working on the semi-jump level. That's gonna confuse the person if somebody joins. Because I need to make a video or something explaining a full plan. Because come on. I've gotten really good at that mini wave. The main issue is I'm not the best at the transitions. Once I can start chaining them together and getting more consistent at each part, obviously. Basically, once I actually start trying to get runs rather than just practice runs. So isn't that funny? When I stop talking, I start doing better, like a flip of a switch immediately. Which is that's the issue, is I'm like pushing myself and I'm not used to talking while playing, so I play so much worse. Come on. Yeah, I've now come up with it, or not come up with, I've now decided that the first wave is actually easier than the second wave. By a decent amount. Not a decent amount, they're pretty close. But the second wave is definitely harder because of the awkward timings. The third wave is by far the easiest of the three waves. And it's still the third hardest segment of the level. If you're splitting it into sixth, which is smart because the level or the song has it says when you find me, or yeah, when you no, it's not when you find me. It's when you finally saw it come, it passed you by and left you so defeated. It says that 6 times. So you can do that. If you split it into 6, the first one is the first one, the cube. No, okay, so we're going hardest, second wave, second hardest, first wave, third hardest, third wave. Fourth would be, honestly, no, it has to be the this one. This one. Because some of the timings are kind of awkward, I guess. And there's ship in it. Then it's this out of the ship. And then it's the first one. For me, at least. It's probably different for normal people who are... I say normal. That sounds horrible. Why do I say that? It's probably different for people who are wave carried and aren't weirdly timing carried and can do difficult timings more consistent than slightly less difficult fast wave gameplay. I am timings carried. I am also wave carried, but more timings carried than wave carried. But I know everyone says that the pre-drop is horrible. But like, not horrible, but it's like way harder. It's really not for me. But then again, I went into this not as wave carried. I actually did this to get better at wave, and just decided that I liked the level. Well, okay. What happened was, I sucked at wave really badly. 9 circles was not, like, it didn't go well. We'll say that. I was frustrated a lot. And then, Cataclysm went worse because of the wave section. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna learn a really difficult wave because that sounds kind of fun. And also that defeated circles looks is everyone who actually is qualified to do so says that the level is fun. 1, I think it looks cool. 2, the song is good. 3, and it's difficult, so I can get benefits from it. So I originally started by learning the first wave. Second, and then after that, I started playing other sections just because I found learning the first wave really fun. So I learned the first wave, and then hold on. I'm just gonna go in the video actually, so I'm gonna play the game. But I learned the first wave, or started learning it, by using speed hack and slowly bringing it up, which is very inefficient, but I mean, I watched the Tato X3 video and thought that it would work. It works, but not at extremes, I would say. I mean, it probably was done, I just didn't do it perfectly. It worked. If you want to learn something difficult, probably use speed hack, just do it efficiently. And then I started learning the non-wave sections because I knew that they were going to be less difficult. So then I decided to start like kind of doing weird practice runs, but I would skip all the other wave sections because I don't know, I was going to wait or something. After that, I decided, you know what, I'm also going to start learning the other wave sections. So I learned that. Because I started that later, the other wave sections were like behind in... Okay, what is going on? I play so much worse while talking, but I gotta get through this. Alright, so I started learning the other wave sections, which I was already better at the wave, obviously. Okay, so, yeah, I am getting lost. I started defeated circles because I wanted to get better at wave and I wanted to learn the first wave. I liked it. I started learning the other parts. I originally thought I was going to jump to it. I very quickly realized that was stupid. But I didn't want to waste all that time, so I learned I decided to create a new strategy. Semi-jumping, that's what I'm doing. Then I decided that once I get the entire level up to speed, so once I got the second and third wave fully up to speed, I would beat Cataclysm, which took like 3 days after not playing it for 2 months because it was mind block mostly. And it was 3 days of 15-minute like segments, so very quick. And then after that, I decided, you know, I'm gonna make this post that like 2 people saw. Didn't matter. Then I started streaming that. And then after I beat what is that? I started streaming Blade of Justice. After I beat that, which is going to happen soon because I just locked in today. But after that, I do 2 weeks of defeated circles, 2 or 3 weeks. And then, after that, I will do Bloodbath. And then, I just kicked that ruined that. Whatever. Then, during Bloodbath, after every session, we'll do a practice run or 2 of defeated circles to maintain consistency, which is what I'm doing right now with Blade of Justice. Do that, rinse and repeat, and as I get more consistent with defeated circles, take slightly longer things. I'm calling them cycles because I think it sounds decent, and it's a good way to call it that. And then, I guess I'll start playing again, but then, that's semi-jumping basically, is that you work on a level, then you do linear progression, and then you work on it, and then you do linear progression, and you just keep repeating that until you get better, and then you start focusing on the other thing a little bit more, but still doing linear progression, because linear progression is objectively better than jumping. Everyone who's qualified to say that says that. So, that's all. That's my getting into this level. I started it because I thought I liked it, and I kept playing it because I thought I liked it, but I didn't want to jump because that's stupid. That's basically it. That's gonna be a segment in the movie when I beat this level in like 2 years, probably. It's gonna take forever. Probably not though. I don't think 2 years. I think it's gonna be my hope. My hope. It's a hope. I have no idea, but my hope is right now, currently June 23rd, 2026. My hope is that I beat the level, beat Defeated Circles right here by, like, we'll say July 2027. That's my hope because I think I can do that. Hopefully, it doesn't take way longer. Alright, that's a boring segment of the video, but it's gotta do it. Had a bit of gameplay. Alright, now I'm actually gonna play the game. If it takes me too long to beat this level, it's gonna be because of this section right here. This section is not my favorite. This, I have to actually like search for the videos. Yeah, this was the section I was talking about earlier. It took me way too long because my muscle memory got screwed up. You know, what do you know? It happened again. I just gotta make sure I, like, after I beat this segment, I'm just gonna eat, like, I don't know, peach rings. I like those. I got some somewhere. Actually, I know exactly where they are. They're right there. Just that I get that dopamine, and then my brain is like, oh, clearly doing this is good. This click pattern is good. That seems like a method. Also, I know this is not an optimal choice for semi-jumping, or any form of long-term practicing a level. I don't care. It's pure skill isn't the most important. Or it's the most important. But right after, I'd say it's like 45% or 55% skill is needed and 45% mentality and determination and all that mental stuff. Come on. This section is gonna be the death of me. Many such deaths will happen. I will be stuck here from 0 for a while, probably, unless I can get really consistent. But that is like a while from now. Also, this is a really short level. I realize that it levels a minute. But there's also 10% of it's not gameplay, so you got 54 seconds of gameplay. That sounds about right, yep. Oh, come on, man. I just realized the click pattern video I use, because to learn the this section, I watched a video and just copied the click pattern. Same with the ship. The ship, I just watched a click pattern, but the click pattern was from one of the questionable choice people from yesterday. I forgot his name. I don't remember, but it's the other guy, the one that like was completely overlooked. But he did the exact same thing as Servex. But again, we're not going to talk about that. That's in the past. Actually, no, that's... I'm not going to talk about it because it already happened, you know? Or... like, I don't know. I'm just not going to talk about it because I don't want to. I guess I already have. Whoops. But yeah, but I learned the click pattern for this level from the other guy. Which, I guess, it's not really relevant information. It's not necessary anymore. And only for like a third of the level. I just used it because it had the crispest clicks without using I use this one because it sounds better. I mean, I understand using the one without the lyrics for the song, but also, the instrumentation is my favorite. I guess it is just a remix, so you can nong without having to replace a different song. I think that's a better way to do it, is just have a remix. Just don't do terrible remixes like Tidal Wave does, because that remix is genuinely unlistenable. I think they should make a remix of the Slaughterhouse song just so that people get the real version if they're not using like Jukebox or the old method. But again, that's kind of too late. Alright, now let me shut up and just get this done. I'm talking to literally nobody. I'm also quite glad that I picked I'm quite glad. I'm quite glad that Defeated Circles it looks really good with purple icons, because then when I get the completion, it'll look nice even if it's in low detail mode, because it like blends nice without being invisible. Also, I've changed a couple icons. I probably won't change anymore. The issue is too much visual note. Like, I'm not changing my main icon. That's too iconic, in quotes. Finally, man. I'm not gonna eat a bunch of peach rings. I still gotta sleep. Come on. There's a slight change in difficulty from here to from the first to the second half. Holy late click. Yeah, my hope, because I plan on doing 2 semi-jumps, which I'm keeping the other one hidden, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I'm not going to mention it again. But I'm planning on doing 2. Hopefully, my goal is to be good enough that I don't have to use speed hack that much. Probably just going to use a completion video. And copy the clip pattern like one does. that one, I know the enjoyment is a bit more decisive. Or, yeah. Like, some people enjoy it a lot, and some people don't like it. But I think that's just a preference thing, not like a. I think it is a good level, and I think. Like, I know this one, Defeated Circles, was kind of. Its enjoyment rating was tanked because one person got unlucky with the ending a lot, so they gave it a lower rating. But I think everyone else gives it a really high rating, and I'm giving it a high rating. Unless like things get really annoying, it's probably gonna stay at around a 9 out of 10 because that's what it is right now. I love this level so much. Like it is peak. Like I I'm gonna check the creators to see if he has any other one, or I don't know. But I'm gonna see if the creator has any other good, like any other rated levels, specifically extremes. Man. But there's multiple critters, so I don't know. I'm just gonna avoid whoever created the second wave. Because that was an original. The second and the third wave are like truly original because there wasn't a third wave in the original Impossible level. And then the second wave was just changed completely because the second wave in the original Defeated Circles was bad. I know the first one had some changes, but it's generally similar. Oh, didn't get any to 100. I better get more consistent at the 51 to 55 because I was not being happy right now. What? If it wasn't for that, I think I would be at. Let's say I took. I have to. I'm not gonna do that. Let me lock it. I have to give this. I can't give this a 10 out of 10 because there are. It's not a perfect level. It is really good. There are a couple sections that are not my favorite. I would have to say 51 to 55, and that one click at 74%. That one, just like tiny one. That one's not my favorite. But everything out of this level is really good. But obviously, I am. You know what? Let's consult the graph. It's not good. See here, obviously the graph is going to be cooked because it is still really hard. Consult the graph. I wonder if I'm a little momentum carried. All right, that's all, folks, or something.